The sun beats down relentlessly, baking the earth. A hot, dusty wind whips across the parched land. What was once a lush, green field now resembles a desolate graveyard for crops. Sudhir, a young farmer with weary eyes, kneels in the center of his barren field. His calloused hands gently cradle the last handful of precious paddy seeds he managed to save. Behind him, Ayadurai, his father, stands tall, his weathered face etched with worry. He remains silent, masking his deep concern for their future. The village lake, once the vibrant heart of their farming community, is now a giant bowl of cracked earth. The villagers gather around the desolate lakebed, their voices rising in heated arguments. They blame each other for their misfortune, their hope draining away faster than the vanishing water. Night falls, casting long shadows, as Sudhir sits by the dim light of a flickering lamp. He carefully opens the small seed pouch, his movements deliberate and full of meaning. His father gently stops him, his voice heavy with caution. Ayadurai warns, "These are the last seeds we have left. If they fail, we fail." Sudhir looks up, his eyes filled with teary determination. He replies, "If we stop sowing, hunger will surely start growing." Ayadurai falls silent, his heart swelling with a mixture of pride and fear for his son's unwavering spirit. As the first rays of dawn paint the sky, Sudhir walks towards the field, his steps firm and resolute. With each seed he sows into the dry earth, it feels like he is planting a heartbeat, a symbol of hope. The village children watch him with wide, curious eyes, their faces mirroring his determination. The women of the village offer silent prayers, their hands clasped tightly in supplication. The men stand back, their expressions a mix of wonder and doubt, questioning whether he is foolish or brave. Sudhir continues to sow, his brow furrowed in concentration, his movements rhythmic and steady. Sweat mixes with the dust on his face, a testament to his tireless efforts. Faith and fear intertwine in his heart as he continues his work. Suddenly, the sky darkens, and ominous clouds begin to gather overhead. A low rumble echoes in the distance, growing louder with each passing moment. The wind picks up, raging like a monstrous beast, tearing through the fields. Lightning cracks across the sky, illuminating the landscape with blinding flashes. The villagers scream and run for cover, seeking shelter from the approaching storm. But Sudhir remains steadfast, refusing to abandon the seeds he has so carefully planted. He stands his ground, determined to protect his precious crop from the storm's fury. The storm unleashes its full power, lashing the land with torrential rain and violent winds. The elements seem determined to wipe everything away, leaving nothing but destruction in their wake. Exhausted and defeated, Sudhir collapses beside the field, believing that he has lost everything. The next morning dawns with an eerie silence, the aftermath of the storm hanging heavy in the air. Sudhir slowly rises, his body aching, and walks out to the field, his breath catching in his throat. His eyes widen in disbelief as he sees tiny green shoots emerging from the wet soil. The storm, instead of destroying the seeds, had awakened them, breathing new life into the parched earth. News of the miracle spreads quickly, and the entire village gathers at the edge of the field, their faces filled with awe. Ayadurai steps forward, his voice cracking with emotion as he speaks. He declares, "That storm didn't take from us, it gave us life." A wave of relief and joy washes over the villagers as they witness the miracle before their eyes. Sudhir smiles through his tears, his heart overflowing with gratitude and renewed hope. The tiny green shoots continue to grow, a testament to the resilience of nature and the power of hope. The villagers begin to rebuild their lives, working together to cultivate the land and nurture the young crop. They learn a valuable lesson about the importance of perseverance and the strength of community. The once barren field is transformed into a vibrant oasis, a symbol of their unwavering spirit. The story of Sudhir and his village becomes a legend, passed down through generations. It serves as a reminder that, even in the face of adversity, hope can blossom and miracles can happen. When water fails, farmers fall first, bearing the brunt of nature's harshness. When hope stands tall, even storms become friends. The storm, once a symbol of destruction, is now seen as a catalyst for renewal and growth. Respect farmers, protect water, urging viewers to appreciate the vital role farmers play in feeding the world. They feed the world, even when they are starving. It highlights the selflessness and dedication of farmers who work tirelessly to provide for others. The image of the green shoots remains, a symbol of resilience, hope, and the enduring power of the human spirit.
ஏரின் உழா ஆர் உழவர் புயல் என்னும் வாரி வளங்குன்றி கால்.
When tanks and reservoirs fail, even farmers, the ones who feed the world, suffer like victims of a storm.